The best tiny homes on Instagram. You can't help but want to ditch your current digs and invest in a tiny house after looking at this account. They curate the best of the tiny house community and have their own blog of their experience in tiny living as well. The art of tiny living is about getting back to the basics and focusing on intention and needs, not always wants. Joshua and Shelley are doing just that out of their tiny home. Plus, you have to love that cactus wallpaper. The Haven Tiny Home shows how you can still live small no matter your family size. Their tiny vacation home is stylish and functional, and completely embraces tiny living. They have a larger family, but are still able to make trips and adventures run smoothly in the smallest of places. When it comes to tiny living, sometimes the bathroom can be the most difficult space to make work. But Joe and Jen totally understand how to maximize their limited space well. They realize that it's all about the functionality of all their items, even down to the decor. This account curates the best of the tiny house movement. You'll never be bored looking at this page. It shows all the different ways you can truly live tiny with very inspiring tiny home photos. Ashley resides in a tiny house in Western Australia and lives by the mantra that home is where she parks it. Her space is absolutely beautiful, airy, and completely minimalist with a slight tropical twist. Everything serves a purpose in her home, and she has made functionality stylish. Tiffany lives in a 270 square foot tiny home and says one big key of making her space feel larger is the home's 17 windows. Tiffany and her partner decided to go tiny to better themselves and try something different. As well, the mental and financial freedom is a huge bonus. And finally, this page is perfect to see the process of what it truly means to go tiny. Recently, Duca and Ro decided to downsize and build out their own tiny shipping container home. Being able to see their process from start to eventual finish is definitely worth the follow. Tiny living gives those who lead this lifestyle more flexibility and opportunity for exploration and living life to the fullest. This account lives by the mantra that home is where the adventure is, and shows that you don't always have to live extravagantly to live big. Living small doesn't always mean living rustic, unless that's your thing. This Instagram showcases a stylish and modern tiny home that you might just want to take design inspo from for your own space. Dolly lives in a beautiful and airy tiny home in Australia. She has made the space all her own with plenty of plants and a clean and minimalist design. Plus, the house is literally on wheels, so travel is always a possibility. As their Instagram bio says, Craig and Amy downsized their living space to upsize in experiences. Located on Vancouver Island, their house is beautiful, small, and intentional. It gives them the freedom to live life in a way many people on this planet will never get the chance to. Luke and Rachel renovated a bus and turned it into their own tiny home in hopes to find adventure, freedom, and interesting people. Their wandering lifestyle is one to be envied for sure, and that living space is absolutely gorgeous. We love a good gallery wall, especially in a tiny home. The Cunninghams are a family of 3, plus their bull terrier, Bruce. They live small but fully in California. Their account is beautiful and inspiring with tons of pictures of how they live tiny, but not cramped. This 160 square foot abode is gorgeous and minimal. Also, how cute is that yellow stove? Annie lives well in her tiny home and admits that a big benefit of tiny living is that cleaning is so much faster. In the words of Bella, a house is for your mind, not just your stuff. This tiny home in California maximizes the small space they have and created an airy and eclectic ambience that is totally home-y and cozy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.